everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Allie Ballard. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. I know I say that every time, but it's because I genuinely mean it. This vlog is going to be a little different from the regular vlogs that I've posted, and it's because I tried to get like a weekly vlog, but just a heads up, I'm not a good YouTuber yet. I'm still learning. Lots of mistakes were made. I can't even count how many times I forgot a memory card, I forgot the whole camera, I forgot to charge the battery, I forgot the battery. I will say that the end of this video cuts off very abruptly, and it's because the camera died. That's that about that. Anyway, really just kind of regular things that I do throughout the week, me just describing my day and whatever and whatnot. Lots of things went on because my mom was out of town, so I was taking care of all the horses by myself. It's just a lot, you know, when you're taking care of like 25 horses by yourself. And we had a little colt that was born right before she left, and then I had to take it to the vet because it was having some trouble, and he's doing better. His name is Spoons. I talk about him like right in the beginning of this video. Very cute, very playful. We just had another baby hit the ground, actually. I'll put it up later in another vlog. So I don't actually compete anywhere. I do ride a little bit. I ride Joe. Anyway, let me know if you like this video. This intro and the outro is being filmed like a few weeks after the fact, so I don't quite remember everything in the video, but let me know if you enjoy it. Comment down below if you like this video, if you want to see more of my regular everyday, or if you want to see more of any certain thing, just let me know. I hope you enjoy this video.
Okay, so, let me come out into the sun. Okay, so what I've done is I've hooked up the horse trailer and I've parked it around towards the barn. I've got to run the colt and the mare into the trailer. The hard part is that the mare's going to go in and then the colt's probably going to get left behind. So it's going to be a little difficult to get them both in the trailer at the same time. Hopefully, there's just a little bit of space there. Look how close that is. Don't tell my mom. So hopefully, when I keep this door open, it can just lean up against this stuff, and then I don't have to worry about the colt running across that side. And then I'm going to open this one like this. And I'm gonna grab a panel. So I got the panel. It's just sitting up here against this wall, and then it's leaned up against the side of the trailer. That went much better than I had anticipated. It's honestly is probably the most easygoing colt we've ever had. So I've got Colt and the mama, her name's Frenchie. I don't think we've named the colt. I'll have to ask my mom, but I have no idea if he has a name yet. But the mom's name is Frenchie. Let's see, the little colt is almost 2 weeks old. No, not quite. Like 10 days, I would say. Probably at 4 days old, he started not using his left rear. He just kind of not really putting any weight on it, kind of lame. Nothing really seemed odd about it. I mean, there wasn't any swelling, there wasn't any cuts or scrapes or, you know, anything really going on, no hot spots. Kind of one of those deals where it's like, just watch it and see what it turns into. Put him in a small stall and just kind of watch him over the course of a couple days. And then over the weekend, it definitely got more swollen than it was when the vet was there. And so I had her come out on Monday, which was yesterday, and just didn't look good. And so she said that I should take him to the animal clinic at the school, University of Tennessee, and have them take a look at it. They're a little more equipped to deal with the youngins. So she told me to head over there with him, and that's where I'm going right now. Well, we made it. I dropped the baby off. His name is Spoons. Apparently, they already talked to my mom, and she, you know, gave him the briefing. I've been in there before, and they're just really great. They're really helpful. They're very nice. I always appreciate them. I'm headed home. I still have to feed everybody. I gotta move some horses around. I have to clean some stalls. I'd really like to ride. I keep putting it off because there's just too much to do every single day. I'm a little overwhelmed, that's for sure. But, you know, we're getting there. We're making it through the week. It's gonna be the weekend soon enough. I just got home. I'm about to drop the trailer, but look at this nasty little thing I just found. Look at him, slimy boy. Ugh. Came out of this thing, I think. This is just what I put my trailer on so that it doesn't sink into the ground, but yeah, it's got its little slime trails in there. I don't want to touch it, but also I don't want it to be stuck in the back of my pickup, but I can't wait for its slow little slithering to get out. This is probably a good opportunity to show you the bird's nest too that's grew in the trailer. So that's really cute. The baby birds finally moved. That's how long it's been since I've moved this trailer, that a whole bird came over here, hatched some eggs, fed its little babies, let them grow up big enough to push them out of the nest. Yeah, so it's literally been that long since I pulled this trailer. I was kind of worried about it too. I did not want to take this trailer anywhere with those birds in it, but everything worked out okay. I gotta figure out how to get this little slug out of here. Slimy pal. Then I am gonna run home and grab a bite to eat, otherwise I'm probably just gonna kill over. All right, friend, I'm gonna try to scoop you, okay? I really don't want to hurt you, but I need you to come with me. Oh, heck. Whoopsie. Sorry, everyone. I'm doing my best not to hurt this creature. There we go. There we go. Gotta be quick. Gotta be careful. I feel like I should put him back on here. That was like its home, right? I'll just let him hang on this cardboard here so I can get the trailer unhooked. I got things to do. What am I doing? Okay, so I made it back to the barn. Ready to do chores. I just let the dogs out. I kind of have them all switched up. My mom only left 3 dogs here, so a big Bernese Mountain Dog, his name's Tater, a poodle, her name's Ivy, and a little dachshund named Pickles. And they're usually out all the time, but then they started running off because we've had the gate open, so I started petting them up, but then they were getting a little mean with each other, so now they're all penned up separately, so I have to kind of rotate their shifts outside of the pen. I started a water up. I'm gonna move these horses out of the arena up into a pen up there. They were in the arena. Stop biting me. Look at Mustache. Look at this rude boy. Knock it off. Look at him. Stop. It's gross. I don't like it. Be nice. I'm gonna move these horses up there. There's a round bale in the pasture, so I won't have to like throw small bales in there, which is nice. And I have that water running. I had to move a tub over there, and I'll show you guys the new fence that we got put in. It's just sitting in the front for right now. I don't know if we're gonna do the rest of it. It looks really nice though. I hope we do the rest of it, but this little penned area is what used to be our arena, but we had to definitely use it as a pen. We don't have enough pastures to separate everybody while they were doing the fence over there. And also it's so muddy and we've been feeding in it, so it's just not so much an arena anymore. We're gonna have to definitely do some work to salvage it. So we've got Cody in here, we've got Jamie. They're both the sorrels, older geldings. Jamie doesn't get rode anymore. He's a pretty old fella. Cody, I don't think he really gets rode much anymore, or if they have any plans to ride him, because he's pretty old too. And then we've got Slick. He's a young guy. He just got gelded last week, so he was a stud, and then he was cut. And then we've got a little pony in here. Muffin's in here somewhere. So we got Cody. Cody's over here, then Slick, then Jamie. Muffin's way back in the pasture. Slick's had some groundwork done on him, but from what I heard, he doesn't retain the information well. It's not that he's a bad cat or anything. He just doesn't remember, you know. I just have Cody and Jamie in tow, and I'll see if I can come back and catch Slick. It'll probably be easier to catch once he realizes his friends are gone, because he'll be like, hey, I want to go where they're going. Both Muffin and Slick are like, you left us? Why are you leaving us? This is the new fence. So the gate used to be right where that corner is, and it was really convenient to get to from the barn. We've got Mustache back here. But now we've moved the gate up towards the top, which is actually, I think, gonna be a lot easier, because most of the time when we put horses in here, they're coming from the other pasture that's right across this hill. I think Mustache wants to stay in here with these two guys. I don't think he can reach the water though. I'm definitely gonna have to wait and see if Muffin can reach it. If not, I'll have to bring another tub over here. I didn't even think about that. I caught Muffin. Little Miss Muffin. She made me work for it though. Look at this little baby. It's funny when something so small is like so proud, you know? She's just kind of a little brat, but she's real nice when she gets handled and stuff. I had a pony when I was a kid and he was mean. Very mean-spirited little thing. He was gelded, so he was cut, but he never got the memo. He thought he was a stud till his very last day, and so he acted like it. Muffy's grabbing a snack. Mustache is in there. He's been yelling for me. He's confused. Well, I caught old Slick here. Didn't take me as long as I thought it might. I think he is 3. I think he's 3. He's just a young guy. Really hasn't been handled much. And the last time I think he was handled, he was gelded. So he's probably a little unhappy about that. But I cornered him between the panel and the fence over there and just took it really slow. You know, every time he tried to move away from me, I just backed up, gave him a little space to think about it. You know, horses, when they're thinking, they kind of lick and chew, you know, move their mouths a little bit, and that is kind of a sign that they're comfortable with you and that they're thinking about it. You know, they haven't decided yet, but they're thinking about it. And so I just took it slow, and I mean, it really probably took me about 4 minutes. You know, he's really nice. And I think that, you know, I could have probably pressured him and caught him, you know, even quicker, but I like to take things slow, and personally I'm more of a sugar person than a stick. You can get a lot more out of anything, I think, if you use sugar and not a stick, you know, being nice versus being forceful. He does have groundwork on him. It's not like he hasn't been handled. He's just unsure, and he's certainly not malicious in any kind of way. He's not mean-spirited. A little scared, I think. Are you ready to be with your friends? Come on, partner. He's awfully pretty, isn't he? Cute boy. So we've got a couple horses in here behind this gate. These pastures actually connect in the middle, but we have that gate closed so that we can keep them all separated. There's Squirt is right here next to the water. Then there's Ruby. And then we have Pebbles here, this Palomino. And then we have Annie, and she is pregnant, due in about a month. Then we have Rocket, and he gets a special grain every day. He hasn't been feeling the greatest, but we're getting there. We're getting him a little bit better. And then over in this pasture, we have Joe. He's got a silly little fly mask on. Look at him. And then Kyle is right here by the gate. Kyle's like, hello, feed me. Joe's right there. Then we have Cece is a little gray mare. And then kind of in that pile, we have Bob and Blue and Colors and Smoke. Smoke is a relative of Thunder and Lightning, so she's out of a streak of fleeing. And then so I'm gonna make some grain. If I was gonna ride them today, I would ride them first, then let them cool off to like a regular temperature and not breathing heavy or anything, and then feed them, and then turn them back out when they're ready to go back out. But since I'm not gonna ride them, I'm just gonna go ahead and feed them. I feed them separately, that way they're not fighting over their food, and I can make sure they ate it all, and I can make sure they're actually eating. That's a good sign to know, like, if your horse isn't feeling well at all, if they're not finishing their food, because it's kind of unusual, unless they're being overfed, of course. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make sure that they get plenty of time to eat. I mean, it usually probably takes about 45 minutes to an hour for them to finish eating. While they're doing that, I'm gonna kind of clean stalls in the back. I've got to move all the studs around. So we have 3 here. I'll show you them in a minute. We have to rotate them through kind of an outdoor pen. That way they get enough exercise, because we have to keep them separate from everybody else since they're studs. They can get a little unmanageable, is probably the easiest way to put it, if you've ever spent any time around a stud. I mean, there's some really good ones out there that are trained really well, but it's very easy for them to become unpredictable, I think, in my opinion. But these ones actually have been really, really nice. I don't try to mess with them. Like, once I know they're a stud, I'm like, I don't really want to do anything with that. But they've been really good. It's just a lot of stall cleaning because I have to rotate them so often. This is Rocket. I'm gonna give him this GastroGuard. It's just a paste that we put in his mouth. It's to protect against ulcers, or to help with ulcers. Takes it pretty well. I mean, this will be his 7th day on it. We're not 100% sure if he has ulcers, if that's part of the problem, but the vet did recommend that we put him on this and see if his quality of life improves. So I'm just gonna put it right here in his mouth. He knows the drill, huh? Blah. There we go. He's only 3, so he lived with us for several months. He's never been rode by us. He's been rode. He's broke, but we never rode him. He's been here. He's been fine, and then all of a sudden he just started dropping weight dramatically. I mean, he looks pretty skinny. And so we brought the vet out. They did some blood work. His white cell count was very high, which don't do that. It seems rude. Hints that he has an infection, or means that he has an infection just because his white cell count is so high. We put him on some antibiotics. They're intramuscular, so they can go right in the neck. You just have to make sure you don't put it in a vein, or in the hip, kind of in the booty cheek area. And he takes them pretty well. He's had so many now. We gave them at home. I don't know if that's like a normal thing that vets just give you that, but I'm very used to giving animals vaccines. It's just kind of something that we've always done. I think because my mom is a vet herself, that, you know, they always just feel comfortable giving her the medicine, and then, you know, so sometimes I have to give it, especially when she's gone. But he takes it like a champ, so that's nice and refreshing. And I don't like needles, and I don't like giving shots. I almost always cry even when the horse doesn't even flinch. I'm just sad for them, because the minute a nurse waves a needle at me, I just start crying. This fly came and just put a bunch of dust up. So anyway, that's Rocket's deal. He is getting better. His name used to be Trooper. I don't know if we've shown him in a video previously, but his name used to be Trooper. We changed it to Rocket. I think my mom just liked it more, thought it was more fitting. He's supposed to be a barrel horse, I think. I like it because it's like every time I feed him, I'm like, here's Rocky boys, rocket fuel. Huh. He doesn't care. I'm going out to get Joe and Kyle now so they can eat their grain. Look how silly he looks with his mask on. He's just got a little fly mask. His bad eye doesn't close all the way, and so it's hard for him to get the flies off his face, and it just makes his eye drain quite a bit. So he seems to like living with the mask on. This is Romeo. Come here. There we go. See, it's such a good boy. Don't you want to eat? Let me clip on. There we go. There we go, pretty boy. This is Charmer, I'm pretty sure. The other one's name is Colonel. I get them mixed up a lot. I'm not 100% who's who, but I'm pretty sure this is Charmer. This is Colonel, the last stud. I just moved him into this stall. He was in a smaller one, and then Charmer was in this stall, and I moved him out. And then I gotta feed these guys. We got a little mini donkey. He's pretty new to the farm. His name is Samson. And then we have these 2 colts out here. One is out of colors, but I'm not sure which one. They've been like led and stuff, but they're not really. They haven't been messed with too much recently, just since the move. Been a little too crazy. Hi, bud. But I gotta feed these guys. Here's Pickle Boy. Hi, Pickles. Hi, Pickles. All right, partner. All right, it's finally time to go home. Gonna take Pickles and put him in his little bedtime kennel. And then I gotta go eat some dinner and go to bed. That's it. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm about to go into work, but I'm stalling because I don't want to. Well, I made it. Just got out of work. 10:45. Gotta go get diesel. These tanks, you really gotta fill them up. Like twice a freaking week. Then I gotta go home and let my dogs out, and I gotta let Pickles out, and then I'll start on the chores and hopefully ride. I gotta go change so I can ride all the regular barn stuff. Pretty small town, it's coming to me now. I just figured it out. Come on, load up. There's Noodle coming from the neighbor's house. Come on, silly goose. Silly goose. Oh, wow. So I've made it over to the farm. Finally, I'm gonna go through the mail real quick, make sure there's nothing like a bill or anything that has to be paid for my mom since she's out of town. And then I'm gonna go down and ride Joe. Hello, Pickle Boy. Oh no, oh no. Oh, yeah. Hello. How's that? How's that? Silly boy. What is that? What is that? Little chilly teddy bear. What? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You ready to go to the barn? It's really nice out here. I'm pretty sure Pickles almost just caught a bird, so that was wild. Anyway, I'm gonna go catch Joe. It's nice out here. It's like a little warm, but it's overcast. Says it's not supposed to rain though, which I think is odd with how gloomy it is. But nice that it's not too hot, I suppose. I'm gonna ride Joe, and then depending on the time, I'll ride Kyle. And then while they're cooling down, once they get cooled off, I'm gonna feed them. And then while they're eating, I'll feed everybody else. Don't do that. What's your deal, man? What's your deal? Stop. Stop. Hey, knock it off, man. What's your problem? You're not gonna eat right now. I don't care what you say. I'm out here on Joe Boy. We're just out running around, probably go through the pastures, maybe go up to the front. I don't ride with bells or boots when I ride outside, just because I know that I'm not gonna do anything that requires that kind of equipment, really. I mean, I'm not gonna be moving very fast or turning very quick or anything like that. We're just jogging around, basically. And I also ride with much longer reins, just a lot more relaxing, I think, for me and the horse. Basically just have two pairs of reins that are my favorite and that I always ride in. So I have a brown pair that I ride outside, like at the house in, or when I'm just kind of working out. And then I have a shorter blue pair that I compete in, and I compete on every horse in those. I always like to use the same equipment. I know that I've done well when I've used this kind of thing. Like, you never start a game in a brand new piece of equipment. So these are the reins that I ride in when I'm just riding around. The blue ones are exactly the same. They're just a different color. I like this type of rein. I think it's a nylon material. I've had the same ones for years, so I can't even remember where I got them or how much they were, but I like them a lot. Now is probably as good a time as any to tell you what I've been up to. I know it's been a while since I've posted. I think it's been like a month now. The last race that I went to was in Clinton. That was when I pole vended on Joe. And then right after that, I think it was like 5 to 7 days later, he had a fever. I rode him twice during that week. And he didn't really seem too off, just like a little bit sluggish, but he wasn't really eating his food. We had the vet coming out to give him all vaccines anyway. And we were talking about it, and she was like, well, we should probably just take his temperature just to be sure. And so we took his temperature, and he actually had a fever, and you can't vaccinate a horse with a fever. Then we tried to figure out what the fever was coming from. We were thinking like an upper respiratory infection because he was coughing. It was so weird though, because it was like really on and off, probably like a whole 2 weeks where I didn't even ride him. I mean, he sat in a stall for a week and a half because he would have a fever, you know, one day and he wouldn't the next, and then he'd have a fever the next day and then he wouldn't. And it was just really odd how off and on everything was with the cough and the fever. And he was sluggish and he wasn't really eating everything. Fly buzzing around my face. We're thinking upper respiratory infection. Still not even 100% sure what happened, but we had the vet out, and then finally when he got better, he got vaccines and everything. We didn't go anywhere because he was sick, and then it rained, so everything was canceled. And then there was one last weekend, but I just didn't go, just didn't feel like it. It's been kind of a lot. I've been taking care of everything by myself. My mom's out of town. She should be back next week, so that's been kind of a lot, and we've been really kind of crazy at work, I'm assuming because of Mother's Day and everything, but it just hasn't really hit the point where it slows down yet. Hopefully I'll go somewhere this weekend, but it's just kind of all weather pending since everything's outdoor always. I rode Joe about 45 minutes, and now I'm gonna just take him in and tie him up and unsaddle him and everything. I didn't ride him very hard, but he is a little sweaty, so once he kind of cools down and dries up, then I'll go ahead and feed him. Good boys get cookies. Silly goose. So I was just like way up there behind this pasture because yesterday the four-wheeler just like fizzled out and shut off, and I'm not really sure why it died, but it's not working. And so it's like way up there, and I thought if maybe I just came back to it, like it needed to cool down or something. That's my fix for everything, just give it a break. That it might start today, but it didn't, because that's obviously not the problem. So I was up there and I was like making my way back, and somebody pulled in the driveway, and I was like, who the heck is this? They like pulled up to the barn and got out of the car, and they went into the barn and said something, and it sounded like, hello, I'm here. And I was like ready to fight this person. Like, who just came up on me like that? And then I like turned the corner, fists ready to go, and it's my own brother. So my mom told me like 3 hours ago that he was coming out to get something for his dog, and I just completely forgot about it. I was like all worked up, stomping over to the barn. But anyway, now I'm just carting this hay with a wheelbarrow, which is very physically tasking, but gotta be done somehow. Hi, dog. Did you go swimming? Did you go swimming? I'm not sure where this came from, but I don't think a tire's supposed to look like that. Well, I made it out of work. Another day, another dollar, I guess. I am on my way to the feed store now. Gotta go get the kibbles for the horsies. I'm just leaving the co-op right now. I think it's kind of, I like to get all of my feed from the co-op, but they're not carrying Purina feeds anymore, which I think is so weird. We feed Ameline 200, and then I've fed Joe like the senior before, but it's just easier when everybody's on the same thing, when you have so many horses and stuff, and you have to get so much every, you know, week basically. And so we just get alfalfa pellets and beet pulp and the grain, Ameline 200, but I just don't understand why they're not carrying it anymore. I should have asked. I just got 4 bags of alfalfa pellets today because that's what I feed most. I have 2 bags of beet pulp. I didn't want to get too many because they're $16 at the co-op, which is stupid. So I made it to the barn finally. I'm gonna unload all the grain out of the truck, and then I'll probably start on the chores.
subscriber asked to see my boots, so I wanted to show you guys. I only have 2 pairs right now, which is kind of unusual. I usually only have 1 pair at a time, and then I literally wear them until the bottom falls off and I get a new pair. But we have this boot store where you buy 2 and you get 1 free, so I got 2 pairs and Aaron got 1. And you know, I wasn't really expecting like great boots or anything, just because it's buy 1 get 2 free. That's what it is, because it's like kind of a crazy deal. So I just didn't really expect there to be a lot of really good brands or even just like new stuff. You know, I figured it was like back stock, but mostly what they have is like this one brand, JB Dillon, and the boots look nice. I don't have any problem with them, but they are so stiff. I mean, absolutely so stiff. And it took me forever to break these ones in. And so my second pair, I'm a little worried about. I'm not even, you know, really wanting to have to break them in, but these are the ones that I wear every day, basically. They look like it, too, with my Spurs on, because I just rode this weekend. Just competed this weekend. And they go up like mid-shin-ish. And these are my newer ones. You know, they still have the tag on. I like the look of these a lot. I like when the bottom is really light. These are a 3/4 toe, square toe, 3/4 square toe. And these are like a full-on square toe. I really like square toes. I don't even wear round toes anymore because I feel like I have more room in the square toe, and I love the way they look. I don't really like the round toe look as much. I always get a B because that's like a regular width. I'm an 8.5. They're a little fancier. I probably won't end up riding in these. I just feel like they're a little fancier, and I like that. And so I might just keep them for that. I always have leather soles, but they are slick, boy. Don't be out on the ice in these things. Just real quick, size comparison on these boots, yo. So one pair is, the fancier pair are taller than the other ones. So they, like this part of it is pretty much like right under my knee, really. And so they might be awfully hot in the summer. That's something to think about, I guess, if you're boot shopping. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and you click the bell so you get notifications every time I post. Subscribe to my channel, please. I hope you like it. I am going to try to post this video this week, so you'll see it go up. And then right after this, I've got 3 barrel vlogs ready to go. Some juicy stuff happens, okay? So you're gonna wanna tune in. You're gonna wanna watch those. If you wanna see me fall off my horse, there's a little spoiler for you. So make sure you're watching those vlogs, and have a good day.